Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel. Subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. The Roloff family of Little People, Big World, LPBW, fame has lived much of their life in the public eye. Through joyful milestones and heartbreaking moments, their fan base has watched closely. But few weeks have rocked fans quite like this one. Whispers of tragedy, an unexpected fire at Matt Roloff's home, and Caryn Chandler being rushed to the hospital have left followers asking, what on earth is going on with the Roloffs? In this in-depth 5,000-word report, we unpack all the recent events, rumors, confirmed reports, and emotional responses that have shaken the Roloff world and what it means for the future of the LPBW family. A week of rumors and realities, 600, 700 words. Social media erupted when a series of shocking updates began circulating across fan pages and gossip blogs. The headline grabbing attention was dramatic. Who died? Fire at Roloff Farms? Caryn in hospital? With so much information and misinformation floating around, fans were desperate for the truth. At the center of it all stood three major stories. 1. A death in the Roloff family or inner circle. 2. A fire at Matt Roloff's property in Oregon. 3. Caryn Chandler reportedly rushed to the hospital. While each of these events sounds catastrophic on its own, the fact that they seemingly happened in rapid succession made the situation feel overwhelming. Let's separate fact from fiction. 2. What we know about the reported death, 700, 800 words. As rumors began to swirl about someone close to the Roloff family passing away, fans feared the worst. The phrase, all over who died, became a trending search on LPBW discussion boards and fan-run social media groups. Who was the rumored victim? Initial speculation pointed to a distant relative of the Roloffs, though some fans worried it may be an elderly family member. Amy Roloff's mother has had health scares in the past, and viewers feared it may be related. Others worried the tragedy could have involved one of the grandchildren. However, a family friend finally broke the silence online, clarifying that the passing was not someone in the direct Roloff bloodline, but someone close to the extended circle. A former farmhand who worked with Matt Roloff for over a decade had passed away due to a heart condition. While not a public figure, the man was known and loved by the family. Matt's statement. Matt Roloff posted a heartfelt tribute. This week, we lost someone who meant a lot to the history of Roloff Farms. While he wasn't family by blood, he was family by heart. Our prayers are with his loved ones. Fans expressed condolences, though some still wondered why the family hadn't clarified things earlier, especially with misleading rumors catching fire. 3. Fire at Matt's home. Was Roloff Farms really in danger? 800, 900 words. Perhaps the most dramatic rumor of the week was the one claiming Matt Roloff's house caught on fire. With the family farm being such a treasured part of the LPBW story and the site of many dramatic moments, fans panicked. The real story. According to a local fire department report obtained by fans, there was indeed a small fire on a structure adjacent to Matt's primary residence CNOT, the house itself. It was a detached workshop which had an electrical short that sparked a minor fire. Thanks to quick action and working smoke detectors, the fire was contained with minimal damage. Matt's reaction. Matt addressed the situation in a short Instagram video. We had a bit of a scare, folks. One of the old outbuildings had a small electrical fire. Everyone's safe, and thanks to the local fire department for being amazing. All is well. However, some fans accused Matt of being too casual about it, especially given how heavily rumors had escalated online. Fan response. While most fans were relieved, others pointed out how quickly the situation could have escalated. If that fire had spread, we could have lost the barn, the equipment, the memories, one fan commented. Matt should really invest in better electrical safety. 4. Caryn Chandler hospitalized. What happened? 700, 800 words. Another shock hit the Roloff universe when rumors emerged that Caryn Chandler had been rushed to the hospital. As Matt Roloff's fiancée and a longtime figure on the show, any health concern surrounding Caryn immediately garners attention. Emergency room visit confirmed. A source close to the family confirmed that Caryn was taken to the ER after experiencing severe abdominal pain. It turned out to be an acute gallbladder issue which required minor surgery. Thankfully, the issue was caught early and treated successfully. Caryn posted a brief message from her hospital bed. Feeling better already. Thank you for the prayers and messages. Just a little medical speed bump. Matt's devotion. Matt was by her side the entire time and reportedly rescheduled farm business meetings to stay with. In this article, we'll dive deep into the controversy, the decision to sell, the family drama it reignited, and why so many LPBW fans believe Matt Roloff has chosen money over memories. Chapter 1. A farm built on dreams and drama. 600, 700 words. Matt and Amy Roloff purchased the property in 1990 and transformed it into Roloff Farms, an idyllic family homestead and working farm. The property included a pumpkin patch, medieval castles, pirate ships, and a western town, much of which Matt built himself with boundless creativity and ambition. For over a decade, the farm symbolized Matt's vision and the Roloff family's unity. Amy and Matt raised their 4 children, Jeremy, Zach, Molly, and Jacob there, instilling in them the value of hard work. And fans watched as the farm evolved, much like the family did. However, the cracks began to show when Matt and Amy divorced in 2016. Their split forced a re-evaluation of farm ownership, sparking early signs of future conflict. Amy eventually sold her portion of the farm to Matt in 2019 and moved off the property, but the question of who would inherit it loomed large. Jeremy and Zach both expressed interest in buying the farm, but negotiations with Matt failed dramatically so, according to Zach. This became a focal point on the show, revealing a deeper rift between father and sons. Matt later claimed that the deal fell through because his sons didn't come to an agreement that satisfied everyone involved. The failed negotiations created an air of betrayal. Fans began to speculate that Matt had strayed from the family-first values the show preached. And when he listed the farm publicly for $4 million in 2022, later adjusting it to $2.6 million, critics were quick to label the move opportunistic and cold. Chapter 2. The controversial listing. Greedy, backlash, 600, 700 words. When Matt officially put a portion of Roloff Farms up for sale, fans were shocked not just by the price tag, but by what the move symbolized. Many felt that the farm should have remained in the family, passed down to the next generation as part of the Roloff legacy. Matt's listing of the property on real estate websites came with a glossy video and elaborate captions like, "Iconic property with endless opportunities." This marketing language sparked fury from longtime fans. One comment on Instagram read, "You built your whole identity around family, and now you're selling that identity to the highest bidder." Critics said Matt cared more about turning a profit than preserving family history. Others pointed out the hypocrisy, referencing past episodes where Matt passionately argued that he wanted to keep the farm in the family forever. Some supporters defended Matt, suggesting that he had the right to do what he wanted with his property, especially considering the years of maintenance and personal investment he had put in. Still, for many fans, the move felt like a betrayal of the values the show had championed. Matt's response was defensive but firm. In interviews and Instagram comments, he insisted that he tried to work things out with his sons and that the decision to sell wasn't taken lightly. "It takes two to make a deal," he said. "You can't force someone to do something they don't want to do." Despite his efforts to clear the air, the damage was done. The perception of Matt as the heart and soul builder had shifted toward Matt as the savvy businessman, and not everyone liked the transformation. Chapter 3. Fallout with Zach and Jeremy, 700-800 words. The most painful consequence of the sale wasn't the public criticism, it was the deterioration of Matt's relationships with his children, especially Zach and Jeremy. Zach publicly expressed frustration, stating in LPBW episodes that negotiations with Matt were extremely disrespectful. He accused his father of manipulating the narrative and not being transparent about the terms of the deal. "This is the family farm. It should be kept in the family. It's not just a business transaction," Zach once said on the show. Jeremy, who had always been deeply invested in farming and agriculture, seemed equally disheartened. Though he didn't speak as publicly as Zach, his wife Audrey often hinted at frustrations in cryptic Instagram posts. The fallout led to what fans now describe as an emotional estrangement. Zach and his family moved to Battleground, Washington, purchasing a new property and distancing themselves physically and emotionally from the Oregon farm. Matt's relationship with Zach became strained, with both sides avoiding direct interaction. This division only solidified public sentiment that Matt had prioritized business over blood. Fans commented that the family's unraveling was evident and heartbreaking, and many pointed fingers at the patriarch as the cause. Meanwhile, Matt moved on with his fiancée Caryn Chandler, building a new home on another part of the property. The optics, Matt living in a luxurious new home while his sons left the farm behind, only added fuel to the fire. Chapter 4. TLC, the cameras, and public perception, 500-600 words. It's impossible to ignore the role of TLC in the drama. After all, Little People, Big World is a reality TV show, and its bread and butter is conflict. Critics argue that the show amplified tensions for ratings, possibly encouraging the public to take sides. Episodes were edited to highlight emotional exchanges and family fractures, making it easy for viewers to draw conclusions whether accurate or not. Matt often stated that fans don't see the full picture. "You only see a small window of our lives. The cameras don't roll 24/7, he reminded viewers on social media. Still, the farm controversy wasn't manufactured from thin air. The episodes themselves featured real arguments, real tears, and real fallouts. And TLC was happy to roll with it, turning the family's internal disputes into prime-time drama. This relationship between public perception, the show's narrative, and social media backlash created a perfect storm. Once a lovable TV dad, Matt became, in the eyes of many fans, the show's antagonist. Chapter 5. Is it really about money? 600-700 words. So, was Matt Roloff being greedier, just pragmatic? Some say yes, pointing out that $2.6 million is far beyond what any typical family would consider reasonable, especially if the goal was to keep the farm within reach of his children. Others believe Matt saw this as a culmination of 30 years of hard work and investment. Why shouldn't he capitalize on it? In several interviews, Matt emphasized that maintaining the farm had become too difficult. The upkeep, the property taxes, the logistics, it was all becoming unmanageable without active help from his children. I poured everything into this farm. I built it from the ground up. It's time to think about my future, he explained. Supporters argue that Matt has every right to sell, especially after trying and failing to come to terms with his sons. They point out that the farm had become a burden more than a blessing, and that holding on for emotional reasons would have been impractical. But critics argue that Matt's tone has shifted over the years. What began as a passion project turned into a commercial enterprise. The minute business became the priority, family values took a back seat, and fans noticed. Chapter 6. What happens to Roloff farms now? 500-600 words. As of mid-2025, part of Roloff Farms remains listed as a short-term rental and event space. The 2.6 million portion was removed from the public listing after a while, with speculation that Matt may have reconsidered or failed to find a buyer. Some fans have expressed hope that the property might still stay in the family, especially if future negotiations with Zach or Jeremy reopen. But with the current state of their relationships, that possibility feels slim. Matt is moving ahead with life alongside Caryn. The two are engaged and planning their future together. Their new home on the farm is symbolic of the new direction Matt is taking, a life focused on personal peace rather than legacy building. The pumpkin season remains a big deal, with fans still visiting the property each fall, but the magic feels different. The charm of the Roloff family working together as one cohesive unit has faded, and that's something money can't buy back. Conclusion: greed, growth, or goodbye? 500-600 words. The question lingers. Is Matt Roloff greedy for trying to sell the family farm for over $2 million? The answer isn't black and white. What's clear is that the sale fractured the Roloff family in ways that may never fully heal. Longtime fans feel a sense of loss, not just for the physical property, but for the spirit of togetherness it once represented. To them, selling the farm felt like selling out. But others argue that growth often comes with hard decisions. Matt built the farm, he kept it alive for decades. And maybe, just maybe, his desire to move on doesn't make him greedy, it makes him human. In the end, the Roloff Farm saga is a reflection of something much deeper than property disputes. It's about aging, change, family expectations, and the painful reality that not all legacies are meant to last forever. LPBW, Roloff family member comes out during Pride Month, full story behind the brave reveal. Introduction: a historic moment in the Roloff legacy. For nearly 2 decades, TLC's Little People